Hello, welcome to Funk's Film Reviews. I'm Corey Funk, and today I moved from, like I said, yesterday I did 3 videos of, one was a short review of Raiders of the Lost Ark, which was my favorite film in 1981. Then the next was John Carpenter's The Thing, which was my favorite film in 1982. And then I did a short review of Lawrence Kasdan's 1983 film, The Big Chill, which was my favorite film of 1983. Now I'm doing 1984. And 1984, my favorite film of the year was a story of 2 classical music composers. One was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, the other one was Antonio Salieri. And it's basically a show about, ends up being a rivalry, but Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart doesn't really know about it, but like Antonio Salieri is very jealous of him, and the jealousy and all that literally lands Antonio Salieri's character into an insane asylum. And it's a biopic about that whole thing with Wolfgang Amadeus and Salieri. And F. Murray Abraham, the guy that played Salieri, did such an amazing job. He actually won that Oscar, and he deserved that Oscar. But another thing I'm going to say is, like, this is one of, when I did the list all the way up to 1983 of my favorite films and all that, this was one of 3 films that won the Best Picture Oscar that I think deserved the Best Picture Oscar. And I'll go as far as say it was my favorite Best Picture winner of the 1980s. But yeah, it's like this, and it's directed by Milos Forman, who's one of my all-time favorite directors, who also directed an amazing film called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which has my favorite performance by an actor ever in the leading role, which was Jack Nicholson. And yeah, also directed Goya's Ghost, People vs. Larry Flint, directed a lot of amazing movies. But yes, this was my favorite film of 1983. The story of a rivalry between 2 classical musicians, one by the name of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, portrayed by Tom Hulce, who was very famous. He was in one of the funniest comedies of all time called Animal House. And F. Murray Abraham. And I do highly recommend it. And yes, 1984, my favorite film of the year, one of 3 Best Picture winners on my favorites from 1981, the year I was born, all the way to 2013. And yeah, I highly recommend people watch this film, and you might have yourself a very good time. And like, it's got beautiful classical music by Mozart and all that, and beautiful soundtrack every now and then. And when a movie has a soundtrack, especially a soundtrack that works with its movie, it really does something. But yeah, that's my quick review for Amadeus. It also has Jeffrey Jones, that's one guy who everybody glad he's kind of gone. If you know, you know why he's like, this actor is like literally in jail. If you know, you know, and it makes sense. Which sucked because he was in a lot of movies I actually liked, from the Amadeus, Beetlejuice. He was Principal Rooney from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. If you know, you know. And his career, with what he did, you're never ever going to hear about him acting in another film ever again. But yeah, this is Funk's Film Review, and this is for a quick review for Amadeus. And I highly recommend it. It's best film of 1984. And this is Corey Funk for Funk's Film Reviews, and it's a damn near perfect movie. It's a double gold. Thank you very much. Have yourself a good one. Bye.